Ready? Got all your notes?
Yeah. Hold on.
Man, you got SARS.
No, I was choking on nose hair. I told you I need to clip my nose hairs, man.
Remember SARS? All right, guys. Welcome to the Media Hijacked podcast. I'm your host, Billy Walters, and joining me is Chris Unholy Jesus.
Hey, what's up, universe? How y'all doing?
Clap sounding nice.
For real, crisp.
Crispy, man. It's almost like we're like in a real NBA arena.
We are.
I bet they're jealous.
Hating from the outside.
Well, welcome, guys, to another episode. Before we get started, if you guys want to get some t-shirts, you can head over to themediahijack.com, grab you a shirt. Chris is wearing it.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
There it is. Grab your t-shirt. It's really cheap. It's like $20.
Got the little 5G tower right here.
Yeah, that's the 5G tower.
Get that good radioactive shit. Oh, yeah.
Don't have sex in the 5G tower. Your kids will come out looking like Wolverine.
That's awesome.
No, like the animal.
Oh, shit. I'm thinking
Talking about the mutant character?
I'm thinking about X-Men.
No, I'm talking about the animal.
Oh, my bad. My kids come out looking like Hijacked. We cool.
No, he come out.
I'm going to try to fight everybody, but my kid's like, hey, leave my dad alone.
So you gave birth to a little hamster.
Fuck no. Okay, yeah, don't have sex in your 5G tower then, don't.
Yeah. All right. Okay, another announcement. Next week, we will be doing a Halloween special.
Yes.
Me and Chris will be dressing up for Halloween. I don't know his costume.
Yes, I don't know his.
Yeah, he doesn't know mine. It's going to be fucking...
It's going to be good.
In my head, it's already funny.
I was laughing when I thought of the idea. I was like, yo, what if we don't, like just wear some shit?
Yeah.
I liked it, man.
Yes.
I was supposed to...
Like, most of the costume, like, because I ordered, from 5 different places, and they all finally came together. So I put it all together, and I wore, half of it. I'm like, oh, shit.
There's, pieces to it? Like a whole outfit?
Yeah.
Shit, damn. You might outdo me then, man.
I had to collect some. I had to go scavenger hunting, man.
Fuck.
It's not like you can just buy a costume like that.
See, I got mine all in one one package for a good deal.
I had to do I had to search around for some items.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna try it. I meant to go over to my parents' house to grab it today because I had mailed over there. But I'm gonna go over there tomorrow and see if it fits. Please, for the love of God, let this shit fit.
Doesn't fit. Force it.
Hey.
Force it.
Hell yeah, but I'm excited, man. This is gonna be good, man.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that, and then the topic for next week, we're just gonna do a whole bunch of ghost stories.
Hell yeah, witchcraft shit, whatever.
So if you guys got your scariest ghost story, just swing by the show and just tell us your ghost story.
Drop it in the chat. We'll read it out.
I like ghost stories.
Me too. Good shit.
It used to be scary, when I was a kid, though. More scary, because I thought it was real, like Candyman and shit.
I did think Candyman was real at one time.
I believed Candyman a lot, and I never even seen the movie. As a kid, I was like, why did I give this character so much power? I never even seen the movie.
I saw when I was a kid. That shit traumatized the fuck out of me.
Fucked me up.
I didn't finally get over it till I was a grown ass adult paying taxes. That's when I was like, I can watch the movie Candyman now and not be bothered by it, and I can respect it as a really good horror movie because the shit's really fucking good. But as a kid, you're like, fuck this, man. I don't want to. I think
too much.
I think it's because when being black and coming from a place like Baltimore, stuff like that, it's already hard enough living in the hood and shit like that. So when you have now you got to deal with a supernatural Negro popping through your mirror, then it's when okay, now when I saw Jason and all these other horror movies growing up, I was like, damn, that's kind of scary, but I'm black, so they're not gonna come for me. But then I watched Candyman, I'm like, oh, damn, he killing black folks too? Oh, shit. Then that's when the dynamic changed.
The black guy killing people? No. Rewind that shit. Send it back to Blockbuster.
Buster, right? Don't even rewind it. Just put that shit in a box and send it.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah, I love that shit. But yeah. Next week, Halloween episode. Want me to start off with small news?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'm trying to find some funny shit. Actually, news has been slow as fuck, man. The elections done took over the goddamn airwaves, so I had to dig for some good shit. All right. So one of the small news.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
What's up?
I want to say congrats to the Dodgers for going to the World Series again.
We hit the applause button. We need the applause button on that one.
We'll just do another clap. Hell yeah.
Shout out Dodgers.
Kobe.
Well, I remember it was 2 years ago when they were at the World Series.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
I was like, fuck, they got to win this one. And they got fucked up. So this year, they got to do it, man. It's like
Feeling
they
it?
choke every time they go to a World Series.
Yeah, they beat the Braves though.
That was close. It was so close.
I didn't watch that last game because I knew the Braves were gonna lose. Any Atlanta team loses, so I was like, "Fuck, why am I gonna watch it?" Let me watch Barry on HBO Max, which that show is fucking awesome. I didn't even waste my time watching the Braves because I knew they were gonna lose.
Yeah, it was scary, man. It was scary. But
I actually got a text from a friend as soon as I pulled into your driveway. He was like, "Yo," he's like, the best athletes in Atlanta are strippers. I was like, "Fuck, he's right." I
damn,
was like, "He's right," because Atlanta teams
they're good
suck.
at that shit.
Atlanta teams are trash, but I still fuck with them. But I ain't wasting my time like that either.
But hell yeah.
Good, congrats to them. No, congrats. Like Godspeed, guys. 'Cause I do like the Dodgers though; they're pretty solid. I've like a lot of times when I went to Coors Field out in Denver. Every time I watched them to go play the Colorado Rockies, I've watched them beat the Rockies every single fucking time. Like every time I went to a game,
go Dodgers.
Yeah, I was like, let's go Dodgers.
What the fuck, Chris? You know,
You ain't even been to fucking Cal. I don't care.
have you been there? It's like, what's going on, Chris?
I just don't like Colorado teams. Y'all trash. y'all are a trash fan base. So I would go for a Pee Wee football team over y'all. So
Hell yeah. So good.
shout out to Dodgers.
Good luck to these guys. Hopefully they can
Take it all away.
win this shit, man. Fuck Tampa.
All right. So, little news we got going on right now. Okay, this is one of the funny ones this week. This plane passenger woke up to find North Carolina pastor peeing on her before shaking himself off as cops made an arrest. So, chick is on the plane. I think she was like leaving from Vegas or something.
She was sleeping?
Sleeping. I guess I'm assuming like an aisle seat or something. And she was like, what's this warm moisture on me? She wakes up and this dude just like fucking peeing on her. A pastor. Adult, like a grown ass dude just peeing on her.
Damn.
It was a pastor. And so,
another pastor?
That's why I was like, what the fuck is up with these? Because we talked about the last week with the threesome with the priest.
Did they watch a video on YouTube and went down the wrong rabbit hole?
I don't know.
Started questioning their religion?
Maybe this is the end of days. I don't know. Because when I read this story, I was like, what the fuck is going on with y'all, man? You clergymen. Fucking on the altar.
I think they lost faith in their religion. They saw something.
Maybe they're like, this is the end of the world. I'm gonna just do whatever I want. Like the dude want to have like a threesome on the altar. That's like his deepest, darkest thing he always wanted to do. This guy's like, I like golden showers and
on a plane.
But so like, but the thing is though, so the cops show up to arrest his ass and all that. I guess from what I'm hearing about the stories, like he may have taken some like sleeping pills to help him go to sleep on a flight. And he woke up because they say he was almost like in a zombified state when he was doing it. So either, so he wasn't like, yes, they drink it, bitch. He wasn't like that.
So
he was
it's
just,
probably on Ambien.
Yeah, that's how I was probably thinking. He was out for something, but he probably had like a lot of people who fly like have trouble falling asleep on a plane. And he took because he's like almost like a zombie-like state. He didn't know what the fuck was going on. Either that or he was possessed by the devil. Either way, he wasn't in his right state of mind. So
he was on Ambien, 100%.
So he was on some shit. And
I have a story on that, by the way.
Oh, let's hear it.
After you finish yours, then I'll just.
I'm trying to think what else is
get
going
into
on.
my Ambien story.
That's it for that story. Well, not really. This is a funny story. Like what the fuck?
That's a crazy.
Hey,
way to take a sleeping pill.
Right? Well, what if he's lying?
I don't think so. I don't think a normal person would just pee on somebody on a plane.
It's 2020, man.
And he's a pastor too. It's just not normal.
That makes it even more credible. No, I'm joking. I believe even more.
It's like a...
No, it's very... No, don't. I know exactly what to go with. We always end up going down that way, man.
It almost got really nasty.
I know. That's like... Yeah, all right.
Deep into the adult hole.
See,
adult rabbit hole.
See?
All right, so speaking of Ambien.
Yeah.
All right, so a brain-injured man temporarily regains the ability to talk and walk after taking Ambien.
What?
So this dude is like completely like a vegetable.
Yeah.
And it's been like he's like crazy car accident, and he's been like paralyzed, and he's actually he can't speak, talk, or anything. He could just look at you and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So the doctors they gave him a high dose of Ambien,
mm-hmm.
and then for the next 2 hours he could walk, talk, and everything. He called his dad up, talking to his dad, because he can finally talk again. Because he was like a vegetable for like 7-9 years.
Damn, and they kept him alive that long?
Yeah.
Ooh. Most people would have been
like, Dad. And then he was talking to his dad. And then he was telling him all these stories like, you should have killed me. I'm just playing.
Oh, I'd have felt so bad if he said that to me.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But it didn't last like forever. It lasted for like 2 hours, and then it just went away. So the doctor's like, this is interesting.
So he went back to vegetable state, like.
Yeah, he went straight back to his normal vegetable state. Then like a day later, they did the test again, and then this time it only lasted for like an hour. So they kept using it, and to eventually the whole thing wore off, and he couldn't talk no more. So the drug it didn't work no more.
He's like, Dad, I don't have much time, but I'd love. It just collapses and he's like,
yeah. His body like
it's fucking sad, man.
Had a tolerance to it, so they're like, hey, let's just wait, like let's just save it for like every holiday or every family get together, and then you could take Ambien.
Happy birthday! Hey guys, I ain't got much time. I got like oh my god, there's a character.
That's so crazy. Imagine like you're saving up like everything you wanted to save for half the year, and then you have to wait for like somebody's birthday for you to speak.
Yeah.
Is that crazy?
There's a guy in the game Death Stranding. He's his character in the game. I think his name's like Dead Man or something like that. That's like his code name because he crossed over to the other side back when there was like this mass extinction on Earth, and now every now and again, I think he's only able to stay awake for like maybe an hour, like for like maybe 2 hours, and then he passes out. And after that, he's only awake for 30 minutes, and then he passes out for 2 hours again.
Damn.
But he has like a machine connected to his chest. But while you talk to him, he's like, "Look, I got 30 minutes." Da da da. And then like you talk to him, and he's like, and then like 30 minutes later, he'll get back up and keeps talking. Like, holy fuck, dude! Like, because he keeps crossing, like basically he keeps dying. But the machine is like it's like a defibrillator type of machine on his chest that every time he dies, after 30 minutes, after it's charged up, it regenerates him again. He's like, okay, look, okay, back guys, and
so it's just like
in and out. He's dying like he dies like at least like 14 times a day or some shit. And it's been happening, and it's been going on for like 15 years.
The machine was like, look,
just give it up, please.
Stop talking, man. You already know.
God, man, you take
You
these free
already
trips.
know what's happening here.
Give it up.
But then when he really dies, they give him like a god seat.
Yeah, you got that achievement, that PlayStation 4 achievement, man. Hell yeah, that's a lot, man. But that's sad though. That's a fucking A, man.
Yeah, it is sad.
So how did he give him the Ambien to like crush that shit up and
They put it
in
through
an
his
IV?
line.
Oh, okay.
How they inject
I mean, Ambien crazy.
giving you like opioids or whatever, pain pills.
I mean, Ambien crazy though, but I don't see. I mean, fuck. I mean,
So Ambien is a weird drug because if it can do that, like it can affect your brain that way to actually make you unparalyzed. It's
tapping into
you
something.
might
Man.
have to do take that drug off the market and then do a little bit more research on this shit because you just can't just throw that shit out like that.
I thought the max was like hallucination and that's it. That's what I was thinking anyway. That's what I thought the max of it was, but
yeah, it's a scary drug because if you don't fall asleep on it, you're fucked. You better make sure you're home because you're gonna be doing shit you don't even know.
Yeah. They tell you do not operate motor vehicles while on Ambien, and they are not. They are dead ass serious about that.
But then you'll see the damn car like on that damn highway sign. This is one video in LA, right?
Yeah.
There's a fucking car on top of the highway sign.
How? What's wrong with LA?
They're like, how did this happen? It's like somebody picked it up and put it there because there's no ramp, no nothing. Even if you were going like 300 miles an hour, how did he get up there?
Like, if I was there and saw it, I'd be like, is this some Banksy shit? Like, this is like some weird like art type thing. Like,
How did he get up there?
That is very weird.
It's like, the driver was on Ambien. Oh, that explains it.
Oh my God.
There was one Ambien story where this guy, he took it, then he was sleepwalking. He made like a whole Thanksgiving dinner. Mm-hmm. But then he finally fell asleep, right? He woke up, he saw the Thanksgiving dinner. He's like, who the fuck did this? So he called the cops. It's like, somebody broke in my house. And they fucking cooked. And it was him. He broke... He made a whole Thanksgiving dinner while he was on Ambien.
Fucking somebody made French toast. Yeah, for that.
And he woke up like, who the fuck did this?
This shit looks good. I know I didn't do this.
I was like, damn.
Shit's strong,
Don't take that drug, man.
I've only taken it once.
It's crazy what they give you, like what doctors prescribe to people.
Legally,
It's so scary. It's like, damn.
Hell yeah.
You fucking people up, doctor.
I'll try Ambien once. It was a cool trip. That was it. I wasn't like
my shit was crazy.
I wasn't making like fucking turkey and shit.
They recorded me, right? I didn't even know. And then I saw the recording the next day. I was like, delete this. I was like, what the fuck? I can't even say it on.
Oh my god!
I can't even say it on here. It was that crazy. You might have to delete the whole podcast.
They just take out all this shit.
Drugs, don't do it unless it's like a mushroom.
I gotta see. Anything else with that story? The Ambien shit.
Oh no, that's it for the Ambien.
Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so this has been weird. Okay, it says New York shuts down Hasidic wedding.
What's down?
Hasidic wedding that could have had 10,000 guests. So there's been this thing that's been going on.
Hasidic wedding.
Yeah, it's like a Jewish type wedding or some shit.
How do you say it?
Hasidic. I think that's how you pronounce it. H-A-S.
Oh, I never even seen
Hasidic.
that word in my life.
I heard it like for the first time the other day. I was like, okay, Hasidic. Looks about
Starts
right.
with the H, if you guys are wondering.
So I might be. So I'm pretty sure it has something to do with like the Jewish community and all that, if I'm not mistaken, right? So since COVID-19 happened, the Jewish community within Brooklyn has been hit really fucking hard, like with the coronavirus,
Like they were being affected?
getting wrecked, right? And a lot of the people that's a part of the Jewish community that live in Brooklyn are saying that, well, they've been pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? They've been trying to fight against the system of like, quarantining and shit like that. And like, well, you guys are only making us do this because, like the Jewish, the Jewish community with all the religion stuff in Brooklyn, they're like, well, you're only doing this to us because we're Jewish. You're not doing this to anybody else.
Oh.
And the governor of New York is like, no, you guys have like the biggest outbreak and you guys need to stop having these weddings, these parties, and the get together and all these get-togethers and shit because the numbers are like still high as fuck and it's not been going down. So now they've been out there on the streets like boycotting Andrew Cuomo, the governor of New York, but boycotting his ass. And be like, oh yeah, it's like basically like some kind of like conspiracy to take out their community and all that. And so I guess they just tried to have a wedding recently with 10,000 guests, and they shut that shit down. And they're like, see, this is what we're talking about. They're trying to stop us, but it's like
They're only targeting us.
But you try to fucking 10,000 people at a wedding, like what is? Jesus Christ! So that's been going on out there, man. Like you would think at this point.
Fuck it. You cannot save people no more, man. As long as the internet still exists, you cannot save people. It's over, dude. There's too much random ass information coming out of nowhere. There's no way for them to track down what's real, what's fake now. It's too much. Yeah. So the best thing you can do, stay off the fucking internet and use your damn common sense.
Yeah, and it's.
Use your common sense, people. Like how you were living like 20 years ago. Just think about how you survived like that.
Before we had internet, how do we make it through shit?
Turn the damn TV off. There's too much shit. Turn the internet off and damn people, get your shit together.
There's a real pandemic going on. Just like chill.
Get your damn shit together, man.
Like I had a good friend of mine. Shout out to Christina. She got married. Congratulations to her.
Congrats. She just got married.
Just got married. I think last week, Friday, Saturday.
Damn.
Yeah, but she listened to the show too, and
hey, she
had a little wedding on it, but they had like cut back on a shit ton of people showing up.
Did they have to wear masks and shit?
Yeah, they have like Mr. and Mrs. Bride on their masks.
Did they test them?
I don't know. Get tested, guys. I don't know if y'all haven't get tested, but they kind of like us, like you. They don't really go out like you and me like that. They just kind of like some.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Well,
I go out all night.
I don't go nowhere.
I'm
man.
just playing.
That's why this quarantine shit didn't change nothing for me. I was like, so now I can really have an excuse to stay home. Thanks, guys, because I really want to do shit anyway. What's that? But go to work and do the podcast. And
sorry,
home.
COVID. Sorry.
Sorry, guys. But no, like, so they took the precautions for their wedding on having to cut back on guests. I was supposed to go to the wedding as well too, but COVID shit happened.
Sorry, Chris, you didn't make the cut.
Sorry, black guys gotta stay home.
COVID member.
Sorry, remember?
Just like cross his name out. Cross dash.
But this was like before COVID.
We don't know him
happened.
like that.
This is before COVID happened. It scratched me off the list. No, but and so she was going through a rough time just trying to set everything up with the wedding because either people didn't want to show up because they didn't want to catch it, or it was out of fear, and which I get that, but they had to cut back on numbers and all this other stuff. So they did the right thing. Unlike these fucking people who, because the wedding apparently is still going to happen out here in Brooklyn. They're still going to do the wedding, but they had to reduce the numbers down by like fucking 10,000. So like they had to make it smaller in order for them to still have the wedding.
Might as well talk.
But yeah, hey, shout out to them. I guess fuck it.
Like cool, man. Let them do their thing.
You're already gonna ruin the rest of your life by getting married. Now you want to fucking risk your life for this shit.
That double.
Like the double whammy. Like
Fernando says no mask for me. I'm living as normal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you strong, man.
I don't go around people though. If I do,
I'm around like too much strangers, man.
more than me,
And
man. You're high
I'm
risk.
surprised, like, I haven't got fucked up yet.
You're high risk.
Because I'd be eating too.
Yeah, I still go out to eat.
Fuck, I don't want to wash my hands, and I'm all over the nasty transit.
I still go out to eat and everything, but I don't like eat at a restaurant. Like I'll stop at like I got some bomb ass lemon pepper wings yesterday from Atlanta Deli, but that's the first time I ate out in a minute. I was just like craving that shit. Like I was sleeping the night before, dreaming of eating lemon pepper wings.
Damn, you like that shit.
I love them. It's like one of my favorites. And so when I woke up, I was like, as soon as I get off work, I'm gonna get some lemon pepper wings, do some research for the show, take a nap, wake up, play Star Wars, eat some more wings, and do some research, and then go to bed. Yeah, 20. That's like wasn't even enough, man.
20 piece.
After I ate 10, I had to control myself. Like, just take a nap, save the 10 for later.
Damn.
It was awesome. But yeah,
Let's take a quick break.
Yeah, sure.
For commercials. Be right back, guys. All right, let's continue the show. What else do you got, Billy Waters? Oh, do you want to talk? Yes, I do. Damn. Voices in my head now. Fuck.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Please cut this out. All right, so on Twitter, Kanye West, he said that he's going to be on the Joe Rogan podcast this Friday.
Is this Friday?
He said, it's like, hey, Joe, can I redesign your studio?
That's what I heard, but...
Joe was like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Please.
Redesign it so we can have a new studio, too.
Yeah, we'll be watching. And we were like, Kanye designed it for us.
Yeah. So he was supposed to be on this Friday show, but something happened
what?
at the Joe Rogan studio. So Jamie, the producer, he caught COVID.
What?
So he has to be like quarantined for like
2
another
weeks,
10 days or whatever. But right now, like Joe, he said they canceled all the show for the week. So they won't be doing no podcast for this whole week. And because he could still do the podcast without Jamie, but he says he wants Jamie.
Yeah, I feel him on that. Yeah. It's like if I catch it, would you like, hey?
And Jamie, I think he's like a big Kanye fan. I'm thinking from what I remember.
You don't want to miss out on this shit.
So it'd be fucked up if he missed out on the Kanye West episode.
While Jamie was sick.
I would be mad too.
I used to be a huge Kanye fan back in the day. I don't care too much for him now, but I would still want to.
I like him.
But if he showed up on our show, I'm like, I want to be there for that still, regardless.
I like him.
I would like to pick his fucking
Kanye,
brain.
you know?
Yeah. Man's a whole legend out here.
Until he try to fight me, then I can say, hey, what's wrong with this guy? He's trying to fight me now.
If anything, he's entertaining. That's like how I am with Trump. Like,
because we're all watching them on a TV screen. We never seen these people live ever. That's why I can never say anything about anybody I watch on TV.
I would say this like for somebody who like I really don't care too much for like even like for example like I don't even care too much for Trump, but when he's on TV, I'm always watching like this dude is funny as fuck to me. He like I watched him dance last week and I was rolling. I was like,
he was dancing.
He was like on stage dancing at one of his rallies. I was like, this dude don't give a fuck. This dude don't give two shits about anything.
Damn.
He's out there on the stage dancing. I was like, okay, I see you, my man. Just. And then this guy who's I think he might, what is it? I think he might, I can't remember if he's a senator or congressman of Georgia. Because he did a rally out here. And this is a black dude. I can't think of his name right now. Wow, he's a wild, corrupt politician, though. But he was at Trump's rally. And he jumped into the crowd. And he was crowd surfing.
Damn.
He was doing that COVID surf.
The COVID surf?
It was crazy. I was like, this shit is like, I was like, if this was a TV show, I would hope it would win an Emmy every fucking year. If this was a TV show, it would be amazing. Because it just...
I say let the funniest guy win, man. If you can make me laugh, that's...
Nah, I just want to survive this shit. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, we die either way, man. It doesn't take one man to kill us.
True.
One man is not going to change like
that.
Is true. Fuck that.
But yeah, so I remember, back to Kanye. So
a group of people is going to kill us.
It's a group effort to wipe us out.
Takes a group of people that's really wealthy to kill us.
So I remember I did hear about I think it was yesterday that Kanye was going to help design the show. I didn't know that he was going to show up on the show this Friday though. That's why I was like, oh shit, he was like
canceled.
Well, yeah, so we gotta wait.
Maybe it's not gonna happen now.
Fuck, man, because you gotta think like
it's one of those things. It's like a timing thing. It had to be the perfect time.
And you gotta think about like two Fridays from now. I'm assuming that's gonna be when they might do it or whatever. That's gonna be like election week. Fucking all hell's gonna be breaking loose, and that's probably gonna get like they might have to wait till after that. Because I'm on y'all next 2 weeks. We about to hit Armageddon, y'all. It's about to get fucking wild.
I think somebody intervened with that shit to make the Kanye show not happen.
And check Jamie with fucking COVID.
Either that or Jamie don't even have COVID. They needed to make a like an excuse to not have Kanye on the show because it might be a bit too much right before the election. So I'm thinking they're like Joe, because you know Joe, his Spotify now. Spotify be like,
yeah,
you
for
better
real.
chill the fuck out and not put Kanye on the show yet. Wait till after election, then you can have Kanye on the show. And I bet Joe was like, fuck, what are we gonna say? Hey Jamie, you sick? Oh, you sick? You got COVID?
Jamie, use some vacation days, all right? 10 days. God damn, I didn't even think about that because they've been kind of very pushy with.
Because when I saw like when
Joe.
Joe Rogan made the announcement, when I was trying to read him in the beginning, I was like, did you make another mistake again? Like, why are you apologizing so much? That's the first thing I thought.
He
I was
apologizes
like,
a lot.
I was like, you fucked up again, huh? And Spotify is telling you to apologize.
He apologizes a lot, man. I haven't seen it.
That's what I thought that happened when I saw Joe. Like, he was all serious. Like, look, we canceled all the show. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
So they're not doing shit for 10 days.
I think just for this whole
This
week,
weekend and
maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
So that fucks up shit. Like, let's say Kanye won't be on the show next week or the week after or the week after.
I don't know.
You know who I blame? Spotify.
I was gonna say COVID, but if that's true, I would blame COVID. But
Spotify, you better chill your balls.
yeah, Spotify was like, you want to put him on there? No, technically he's a presidential candidate. He's the guy running, so technically he's like, no, you put Biden on there or nobody. And then
Wait, who's running? Wait, what?
because Kanye's technically a presidential candidate, he's still running for president.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was a joke.
No, that shit's real. He's like,
See, this is how much I'm not in the political loop.
I be watching him like, damn, like there's some people that kind of believe
I
in
don't
him.
watch because this shit doesn't
Doesn't change anything.
it doesn't.
I watch because
I can't control it, so I don't.
I watch just in case the government tries to bring back slavery.
I let you guys watch and you tell me.
I watch just in case the government tries to bring back slavery. My bag's already packed. I won't be ahead of the curve. I'm like, oh my God, they're about to do it. This is it, guys. I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, there's only like so much shit I can care about because
It's stressful as fuck, though. It's very stressful.
if you think about like your body like as a battery, right? Mm-hmm. It's a metaphor. I heard Joe Rogan talk about it, and it makes a lot of sense. Like you only have so much energy. You have to use that energy on shit that matters instead of wasting it on like, let's say like a lot of the politics stuff. Like it's not gonna. You're not gonna get your own personal gain or anything.
Well, I think that's kind of like I think that's kind of subjective though, because what matters to some people may not be different.
Yeah,
to
I know,
else,
but
I mean,
like okay, let's say like you're in the jungle. Mm-hmm. Well, like what are you gonna waste your energy on? Like stuff that's not gonna help you survive, or you're gonna waste it on like drawing a flower while you're 6 hours you're drawing a flower. It's like, oh, you wasted all your energy on that. You're supposed to be like hunting. It's thinking like that.
I do. That's how I put my time to stuff that's gonna help me to survive. That's why I watch the government, because they're gonna do slavery again, folks. Get ready. You ain't gonna put me no damn feel. I'm like,
when it happens, it happens. If it happens,
fuck. I'm like, Elon, yo, get that shit ready. We out here.
it's like I was never ready in the first place. So
I'm gonna let you know, so you ain't gotta worry about it. I watch for the both of us. I'm like,
yeah, you watch for the.
yo, grab everything. We gotta go.
Like, Chris, what's going on, man?
I'm like, yo, they throwing us in concentration camps. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you tell me when that happens, because I will not know, dude.
I'll be watching. I'm like, I'm like, the government ain't really for nobody. Let's get the fuck up out of here.
I'm over here watching like the 100s.
I'm like, bring that shit with us too, man. Come on, let's go.
Like, hold on, I'm on season 2.
Like, bring the whole television.
There's a show on Hulu. It's like a horror show similar to like Black Mirror.
It's called like Hellstorm or some shit.
No, it was another one. It's like Wasteland. No, I forgot the name. Bob was here. She know because she said she watched like the whole series. She said like a third episode was like it's like a dude that was a pediatrician and he happens to be a pedophile.
Oh my God! Why does this always end up?
So it was like a damn fucking kid doctor that's fiddling around with the children. This is on episode 3.
He's a child doctor?
Yeah, he's a child doctor.
Like Doogie Howser type kid? Like from
I didn't see the episode. She just told me that it was a pediatrician and he happens to be a pedophile, which is any parent's worst nightmare.
He's a children's doctor.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking about he's a child that is a doctor who's messing around with kids. Okay.
No.
Okay, my bad.
Adult doctor.
Okay, adult doctor.
Which is a kid's doctor.
A kid's dealing around with kids. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? Like Doogie Howser, man? Like, because he was a kid when like back, for all my washed people out there. That's an old school show.
I don't know what the hell the damn show is called. It starts like with W and shit. You guys will see it on Hulu if you guys have Hulu.
Willie the Doctor. That sounds like a fucking pedo name.
But yeah, it's like a series similar to like Black Mirror. Every episode is different.
Oh, so it's like what do you call it, like an anthology or some shit?
Yeah.
Like Twilight Zone type thing.
But I read the comments. They were like, yeah, only like the first 3 episodes were good. The rest are bad. And then I told Bob that. Then Bob watched the whole shit. She was like, yeah, the only 3 episodes were good. The rest were duds.
Damn.
But she watched it all.
So you gonna just watch the first 3?
I don't know.
I might take chances. I might watch all of it. Give it.
I'm stuck on the 100s now, so I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's your shit. You way surpassed me, man. I'm like a couple seasons behind. Shit's good though. Shit is good.
Hell yeah, Kanye, let's go. All right, next topic. What you got?
So they spotted Rocket Man again.
The guy flying all over LAX?
Yeah, man. Says he was spotted again over the skies of Los Angeles. And now they're starting to say too, I don't know how true this is. They're starting to see more and more people pop up now. It's not just one person.
Oh shit!
So it's like a Rocket Man cult, or
they're selling
copycats, or there's a glitch where it's like it might be a glitch where it's like like I don't know, like maybe it's like a glitch like he's right there. Oh, he's right there too. Like no, there's actually only one, but
then the real one comes out of nowhere,
see,
like through a portal, like,
oh shit, everything's out of control. Oh yeah, so I don't know if they caught this one on camera though, but. So it says an unidentified man was seen flying a jetpack near Los Angeles International Airport. Again, the man was spotted by a flight crew around 1:45 p.m. Wednesday. The Federal Aviation Administration said this asshole this time was like at 6,000 feet. He's kicking up, man. It's basically like a serial killer. There's like, oh man, he's up in the body count. Like this is he was at 3,000 before. Now he's at 6,000 feet. This
6,000 feet.
Yeah, it's like 7 miles northwest of LAX. Yeah, he's 6,000. He's push it to the limit.
I say light his ass up.
Dude,
like
no.
if you're flying like at the airport, do you want to play around like that?
I like this shit right now because it's like as crazy as 2020 is. I think this is a funny crime to commit until he gets sucked into an engine, and then it's like, oh fuck, dude, like that's not funny anymore.
Yeah, it's not
because it's dangerous.
It's not
as
funny,
shit.
especially at the airport where it's like super high security.
Dude.
You shouldn't play around like that, especially
Airspace
at
is
the damn airport.
Airplanes
Go
is-
play it. Go downtown LA. Nobody cares.
And think about like this too. Like, I'm not sure what the like. I'm guessing since it's called Los Angeles Airport, it's pretty much near downtown, right? Imagine like he fucking causes a plane to crash in fucking LA or some shit.
Yeah, or he fall on a whole bunch of people.
That would be like 9/11 on
that's
fucking
trying
crack.
to go to Hong Kong or something.
Just trying to go on trying to go on that holiday and
So we trying to protest out there. While you out here like throwing these rocket fuel on us.
yo, I got. What if it's fucked up because
Give me permission to shoot.
we got Thanksgiving next month and Christmas. What if something bad happens? We's like, hey guys, I'm flying in the air, but it's like a lot of traffic of planes flying out and. Yeah, actually, no, this shit ain't funny no more. Don't do it. Stop. Whatever you
I'd
at.
be like, please hit him.
But I was hearing that there's copycats out there now, or it's a crew of people, but we'll see. Like,
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I say jokes like that. You should get punished for that.
Just do that. What? All the mountains y'all got up there?
It's when other people is in the way where you can actually hurt people. That's where it's like
Fucking
you
super
gotta
serious.
like because it's not. We don't know if it's stable or not because we don't see people just flying around in the air. That's not normal.
Fuck no. Well, hell no. That's just dangerous as fuck. And from my understanding, them like jetpacks like that, the amount of fuel they hold, they'll burn through that shit in 10 fucking minutes. So it's like you can't even be up there that damn long, anyways. So what if he's like, all right, man, we up here? Oh shit, it's been.
I guess it wouldn't make any difference if you go and do it in downtown LA because he's still gonna be hurting.
It's still airspace, yeah. He's still
What
in
the
airspace.
hell was I thinking?
Why don't you just go to
I was like, what makes it different? Yeah,
why don't you just go to the mountains? Just fly up there or some shit.
yeah. Do it on like
Hollywood Hills, no,
Just
does that airspace? I don't
do
know.
it in like a desert or something.
Man, yeah, all that desert they got out there
Or
for
just
real.
Tell somebody to record it. We can still see it.
Nevada's not that far, man. Fuck that. That's what, maybe 4 hours? Go out there.
You can
If
still
that.
see our comments. He want that live comment.
Hey.
He want the live comments.
He's like,
What the fuck is that?
he's just getting a thrill of it. Because like I said, like,
But then this thing's like, fuck, they like it.
'cause, like I said, like he's getting a thrill of it because they said American Airlines flight was the first time they ever spotted him, and he was at altitude of 3,000 feet, and now he keeps increasing it. And this is like, oh
He's
shit.
pushing it.
Says the aircraft crew said, I didn't realize this the first time. Says the aircraft crew said that the man was approximately 30 yards away from the aircraft, And about 10 minutes later, another plane spotted him. Holy shit! I didn't know he got that fucking close. 30 yards to front. Like he was 30 yards away from the plane.
Damn.
That is super close.
That's like 30 yardsticks.
It's like, holy shit. That is, that is right, Billy. That is almost 30
yardsticks.
You're right. That is 30 yardsticks.
Science.
They ain't gonna never catch him though. He's gonna be like the modern day like DB Cooper. They never found that motherfucker when he jumped out of a plane with all that money. That man still in some kind of California hill somewhere.
Imagine he's like some like famous celebrity. Imagine if it was Kanye doing that shit.
Oh my god!
I was like, damn, Kanye, you got some balls.
Like you really want to be president, huh? Like fuck, you out here risking it all, man.
Like white people do though. They be doing that extreme, take it to the limit. It's almost like, hey, yeah, let's see if I can die this time.
Damn, life's so boring. I want to push my life. I want to push my. Trying to push that life to the limit. And
you want to get into the UFO the topic, the main topic?
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
I forgot to tell them what the main topic.
Oh yeah, damn, yeah, we all over the place, right? All right,
Let the people know what's the main topic so we can get started.
All right, folks. The main topic for tonight is going to be Raelism.
God damn.
Raelism. I was trying to call it Raelians, but it's Raelism.
What's the main topic again?
Okay, folks. It's all over. All right, folks. So tonight's main topic is going to be based off of Raelism, which is a UFO religion that was founded in France in the 1970s, right? It's a pretty dope story.
That's a cool name.
And it's got like a lot of ties to like it's good. I like the
Raelism. How do you spell it?
Because it's like how you say it? It's like RAE, but it's like two little dots above it.
RAE. Ray.
With two dots above the E. I don't know what the fuck that means. LISM. Raelism. And if you look at it,
LISM. With the two dots, that means
Raelism.
you read the letter upside down.
No, I don't think so.
So it's pronounced Raelism.
Raelians.
Don't listen to me. I just made that up. I don't know.
If you ever get a chance to look up the insignia, pretty interesting because it looks like the Star of David, right? The Jewish Star of David, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look on the inside of it, it turns into a Nazi symbol.
Oh,
so that's what. But did you see it? It's like a Nazi symbol in between.
Well, the Nazi symbol is like a peace symbol, right?
And that's
backwards or upside down, something like that.
Yeah, because like a lot of the shit is based off of like I say like mental health, but it's basically based like just like peace and prosperity and all this other shit too.
Yeah, like the original Nazi symbol. Yeah. But the Nazi symbol, what they do, they twisted it or what they do to it?
I think they just turned it this way, and I think originally it was kind of twisted maybe to the left.
How dare they take that symbol?
And I think in between, like, the shit was like dots in between them or something like that. But the Germans like, yo, remix. And then
the remix.
They turn that shit back. So they turn that shit sideways until they got the dots in. Now it's like vilified on a global scale. But
that's messed up. Because if you go to like China, right, where they have those ancient sites and stuff,
yeah,
they'll have these big monuments with that same Nazi looking symbol, but it's not Nazi symbol. And people would be like, wait, what the fuck? The Nazis and the Chinese, they're teammates. See, it confuses like a lot of the tourists. Yeah. They're like, no, actually, this is way before all that shit happened.
Like centuries and centuries before these fuckers hijacked it
and fucking put the bat.
Because I think it might be connected to Buddhism, I think, or something. I might be wrong.
It's all that
but
stuff.
It means like peace and all this other stuff. All right, so, guys, let's get into a little time machine. I'm going back to 1970s. Bell bottoms and fucking 80s porn, 70 porn mustache. We're going back.
Wait, what year are we going?
1970s. 1970, right?
That's the year, man.
That's it, man. This is
flower year.
Yeah, man.
Hippies, man. Let's go.
Hot off the wild 60s, man. 60s was a wild decade. All right, so we're going back to 1970s, right? And the guy who basically started this religion, his name's Claude Vorilhon.
That sounds like a German-Russian name.
That's why I was like, it sounds very German, but and it probably is. It probably is. Which is why you probably got that swastika shit from maybe, but we're not gonna get to that. All right, all right. But for the most part, this is Raelism is actually a really, really young religion. Some people may consider it as a cult, but I don't know. They got a lot of stuff they talk about, which I'm gonna go through. That
is it similar to like Scientology?
No,
like how they say, "Hey, we're gonna make our own religion." It's like that.
In that sense, but this seems more progressive in what is promoting and than Scientology, because I don't think Scientology does anything but line their fucking pockets up for the most part. where this seems like it's almost like they want to do the right thing to help out people, and it has some kind of like borderline sex cult themes to it. But we'll get into that a little bit.
So
but
they should have stuff like that. That's normal.
yeah, people got
Humans gotta do stuff like that. That's
we got to
nature, man. Don't fight it.
Well, actually, I'll get into that about how they think about sex is a little off. But so Raelism teaches basically like these extraterrestrial species, right? Called the Elohims. They're like the way he's described. The Elohims are like maybe like 4 feet tall, right? 4.5 feet tall, and they're short. Got like kind of like almost palish green skin and almond shaped eyes or whatever.
Aliens.
And that's what everybody's like. That's kind of like basically like 1950s, 1960s type aliens that you're describing.
So this is like a religion, right? But they're actually saying they have contact with these people, like from spaceship.
Yeah. So I was gonna go back to Claude Raelism, whatever his name was. He winds up changing his name after all his experiences, right?
That logo's sick.
Yeah,
like, as in cool.
Yeah, I was like, when I was like, he's kind of dope. I mean, I'm not no Nazi.
If it wasn't for Nazi, man, I'd be rocking
that
shit. Let me get this logo.
Get that tattoo. And then he wound up, so Claude, right?
I hope people didn't get that the wrong way. It doesn't look like a Nazi logo.
No, not like a straight up Nazi logo. It's basically, look it up yourself,
said
folks.
that shit.
No, say the Nazi logo looks like the peace sign for Buddhism. Let's flip it like that.
But it has a Star of David. Like,
yes, it's
you guys
combined.
can look it up. If you guys see it, you'd be like, oh,
it's
that's
kind of
cool.
trippy. Yeah, good design, man. Shout out to the guy who did that. But so anyways, right? So Claude, before he winds up changing his name to Rail eventually, right? But his name's
That's a cool name too.
For real.
Like, they just call me Rail.
Because so he goes he's up in the mountains one day in France, right? I can't remember the name of this volcanic area, but it's like these giant craters. I guess maybe meteors have hit there at one point or some other.
Wait, what country is this in?
This is in France.
Oh, damn, France?
Yeah, this is.
Yo, speaking of France, before you continue, did you know they used to have pyramids there?
I'm surprised. I thought they had pyramids almost
And
like
they broke it down. I saw the picture. I was like, holy shit, they had pyramid monuments over there.
I thought pyramids was like global, even in China and shit.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
So
But I
they
didn't
in
know,
China.
like, when you think of France, you don't think that they would have a pyramid there.
Closest thing to it would be what? Eiffel Tower, maybe.
No, far off.
That's why I thought. I didn't know they had pyramids up there. That's
Yeah,
new
they
to
have
me.
pyramids, and they broke it all down. But I saw the pictures before they broke it all down. It's cool, man.
We get these fucking bricks out of here. What the fuck? And then they probably throw them in the water.
So yeah, so I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised
sure.
like shit like that goes down like in France.
Hey man, some weird shit, man. It ain't just America that gets all the UFO clout. It's just global.
Or Mexico.
Mexico.
Mexico, they get
Just
that
global,
dank. They got that dank UFO sightings.
Woo! They get some of that shit. You like
That shit be like
the Mexican
whoop,
aliens.
whoop, whoop, whoop. You're like, holy shit! You see the big ass fucking shadow, a big ass shadow going over the whole fucking town. They're like, what the fuck?
Trump. Build that wall. Build a fucking wall, Trump. Build it. Keep that shit down there.
I was like, hold up, dude. That looks scary as fuck.
Fair man. America's got the cute UFOs. The rest of the world be like, whoa, this shit like some. Shit sounds biblical, including this shit right here that he comes across. So Claude, right? This is like 1970s. He's 1973, I think it was. He's 27 years old. He's doing like his walk through the mountains, right? And it's like
In his prime.
In his prime, man. Young, having fun, 70s, you know, probably walking around in bell bottoms and shit. And he's walking through the mountains, right? And it's like mountains got volcanoes and stuff out there where he's at. And
Living on the edge. You know?
And why
He know that shit's a volcano. Is it active? Does he know?
I don't think I might, because it seemed like it was just like a bunch of craters, and so it might still be active, but not like that shit's gonna blow up. Like
He can't smell the volcanic ashes.
I don't think he was that close. 'Cause I know they got like,
I can smell lava.
because when I was looking at the pictures, I saw that it was like, okay, there's like a nice little path area. I won't go anywhere near that fucking volcano, but you know, it probably some active in some parts of it, but probably not the trail he was walking. And so while he was walking there, he winds up getting transported. Like, go on my motor walk, get transported.
This
right?
was before all the religion. This is just like the beginning story. Like he's
This
just walking normally.
just going his normal walk, normal morning walk, right?
Damn.
And he winds up getting snatched up by the Elohims. And then when he sees them,
How did he get snatched up?
just basically like the way he described the story is almost how they say it's very similar, or how he tells the story is similar to how people was getting snatched up in the 50s and 60s in the U.S. Same thing, like, we're getting sucked up by some kind of tractor beam or something.
Like a beam of light.
Beam of light,
the,
yeah.
The typical alien.
The thing is, though, I think if I remember correctly, it didn't take him onto a ship. It took him all the way to the fucking planet.
Oh.
So this was like, no, wait, I'm on a ship. Oh, no, this is like,
That's dope.
He went all the way to the shit. And when he gets there,
it's like a wormhole. Then they put him like in a fucking one-way ticket wormhole to another planet.
And supposedly this planet they stay on, it exists within our galaxy. It's not like outside of our galaxy. It's like it's just not. It exists within our solar system, but not within the Milky Way galaxy. But it's like way the fuck out there.
Damn, that's cool.
And supposedly like so, he gets there. He meets Elohims, and they talk to him all that. And he says that he wants to find like they basically like give him the whole stretch of history of like everything that's happened. Like hey,
like everything happened like on their planet or
like even like the history of like humans.
Oh damn!
And so
lucky.
So they want him explaining to him like, hey, you know, fucking Claude, this is what really happened. 25,000 years ago, we came down to Earth and we decided to combine our DNA. Like basically, like they came to Earth and they terraformed the planet. Because I guess when they started creating humans, they was like, this planet looks nice, but we need to terraform it to suit their needs of survivability. So we'll combine some of my DNA with some other shit. Boom, boom, boom.
I always knew it was like that. I just didn't know where's the story.
And it's like, hey, this is how humans gonna be able to exist on this planet. Because we like kind of like if you got like a little garden, or say like you like a little like I don't know, this is not called aquarium, but terrarium or whatever. The little if you want to grow plants inside of a case, or whatever, and you just add more shit to the environment, but to suit the environment's needs, you kind of like, okay, let me put this water here for like this little thing I'm putting on this, you know, creature I'm creating this little jungle in a. But
did they tell them like there was humans here before?
See, that's the thing though. Apparently, evolution does not exist. That's their claim of it. The evolution is not real. Like dinosaurs, none of that shit is real. Even though this religion is super duper fucking scientific, they claim that science, like evolution, never existed. It started 25,000 years ago. So it's very similar to what a lot of people who are very religious believe in, like with the Bible. Like Earth is actually like 2,000 or 25,000, like maybe like 2,000 years old, 2,500 years old, because that was when
it's a little older than that Bible.
Yeah, people. But that's what I was, and that's why I was kind of like with the whole, with this Raelism, when I was reading it, but I'm like, okay, if they're very scientific, why did he not believe in evolution though? Like that's kind of like,
I think they make a point like, because that's where the missing link comes in.
That break in time.
I think like humans did exist, but they were like the real caveman people where they would never evolve. So the reason why we evolved to our perfect form, supposedly, to where we can talk and have shows like this on the internet, it's because our DNA was modified from the original humans.
The original man, and then
they came down.
Elohims, yeah.
They modified using CRISPR technology, guaranteed that's how they fucking did it. And they modified the human DNA and created us.
Boom.
A species that can make fire and argue about politics.
And porn.
And here, it's like us now. Like they did that shit. There's this not TV show, a movie I told you a long time ago on Netflix where it has Hitler riding a dinosaur.
I saw that. I saw shit. Yeah, I saw shit. This is fucking insane.
Isn't that the story when you watch the movie, right? How Hitler was like the alien people in the beginning, and then he fucked with the human DNA. He was the one that modded all the DNA.
Yeah, it kind of shows like...
And he was like an alien the whole time.
Yeah, some weird shit. That was a while ago I saw that shit.
I bet you that has something to do with the aliens.
Yeah, because I remember you told me about it. I was like, Hitler and a T-Rex? I was like, I gotta see how fucking insane this is.
When I was watching the movie, I was like, holy shit, it's like they're telling us everything.
Iron something.
They're like hidden every conspiracy.
Iron...
I don't even know.
Iron X, some shit. It's Iron something. That's the name of the movie.
It's something. Just type up Hitler on dinosaur, and then you'll see it.
Boom! You can't miss it. I swear to God, you can't miss it. Okay, so, all right, so the word Elohim is so the word like Rael, the guy Rael, because he like tells us, he basically tells a lot of people this how his story was, that when he met the Elohims, he's like their names originated. He's like the word Elohim which is used for God in the Old Testament. So basically, like when he meets these Elohims on this planet, right, and then he talks to them, he tells them like, "Hey, everything." Actually, no, I'm talking about when he talks to them and everything like that, right? And then they tell him like, "Hey, we're gonna let you go now. When you come back, bring a holy Bible with you. We're gonna break everything down to you from beginning to end." Of basically like with Genesis and all that.
Which they're gonna break it down and say, hey, which is real and which is bullshit.
Yes, we're going to be like what was misinterpreted, right? And then so they
90% wrong.
And then they send them off, and I think maybe I think they come back like I think they said like 10 days or some shit or whatever. And he comes back with the Bible to take him back to the planet. They break down the whole history, and they were like, hey, all these people that visit with Buddha, with Jesus, Muhammad, and all that, they're all rails, basically kind of like prophets of the Elohims, like the ones who's supposed to lead humanity into this next age of something, or a time kind of like an age of enlightenment. The Elohims put everybody on this planet, and they tell them that like what we're trying to do right now is trying to make you basically like we're trying to like reason why we created you guys is because there's an entire whole other races out there of other alien species, and we're trying to get you guys evolved to a point so we can invite you into the intergalactic community. But you won't be allowed in if you keep being primitive.
Yeah, so that's what I hear a lot.
You don't want like, and I think the best
reason why we didn't transition over to like the spirit world or to the, they say like we're supposed to be transitioning to the fifth dimension now, but it's like we can't even. We're so busy arguing and shit. The human race can't even vibrate at that frequency.
Like little shit like that, man. So
we can't even fucking chill with like the cool kids because we're out here being like damn primates and shit.
Earth is that stinky kid in the classroom. Nobody wants to fuck.
What are we, dinosaurs, man?
Worse. We're worse than that.
Goddamn, people, get your shit together, man. I want to see this fifth dimension. I want to be fucking riding on damn on a board like Silver Surfer and shit.
Going to ride on work on the just going to work on that shit. Yeah, so like the Elohims went up telling them like, hey, so throughout the Bible, like basically like so he wants them like, hey, like we're trying to get y'all into the club, but you know the only way we can guys get you there, you have to be technologically advanced. I think the best way I can describe it is if anybody's ever played the game Mass Effect. Humans, like aliens, have always existed out there within the galaxy, but never have made contact with humans. And humans have never made contact with them. Basically, because aliens kind of avoid them, like these people are problematic. We don't want them into, because they have like a council and shit, like kind of like they have a government, like how we have a U.S. government, but they don't want humans to be involved in it until they feel like humans are mature enough to do it.
I think so. I think this is right, dude.
And that's why I think Mass Effect got this shit from too. Now I think about it, because this shit came out in the 70s. Mass Effect been around since like mid 2000s.
Is that religion still around?
It's fucking.
Where do I sign up?
It's really. And when I was reading some of this stuff, I was like, okay, because it's really.
I'm serious.
It's very, very progressive. Like.
It makes more sense. But it's almost like they're combining like all the religions, but they're saying like, hey, like if you can collect like the knowledge from all this religion, you become like super.
Well, here's the caveat though. Even though it's a religion, the irony of Raelism is actually atheists. They don't believe in any god whatsoever, like none. They think like it's all stories that originate from Elohims. So it's like they don't believe it. That's why Raelism doesn't believe in like either Jesus or whoever else other gods out there. It's kind of like they don't like. They're like, hey, like that's all like the telephone game. It's like that's all stories from us. That's from our God, the Elohims and all that. The supposed angels, because they talk about like how the Elohims, when they talk to Claude when he's there, they tell him like, hey, every time we show up to Earth and visit and it says. We always described as like angels or something or whatever.
Because they're
and if anybody knows, you like look at some shit from
mighty.
With Egypt and stuff. They've been drawing ships on them damn walls for forever.
People with wings and shit.
All that shit. And so like we've always been misinterpreted.
You know what's like the true religion? Psychedelics.
Hey,
that's like the fundamental of everything, dude.
It breaks down.
That's like the ancient teachers of the world, dude. That's where you get your ancient knowledge. Because it's like if you put like a person who's atheist who doesn't believe in nothing, right, on a super high dose mushroom dose, they'll come out saying, dude, there is something, and it's not like a god or anything. It's like an overwhelming like feeling of love and shit. And that's how it sounds like cliche, but this is like it's like, dude, this is how it's supposed to feel. Like it's like for you to die and actually see the other side, so you can actually live your life. Because if you can die without dying, when you die, you don't actually die.
Yeah,
that's a lot of dying, right?
It's a lot of dying. It's a cycle. But yeah, man, I get it. Does like because even when I was reading this stuff, it's kind of like it's more about this religion is really deep in like rebirth and shit like that. But
that shit sound real, dude.
It is.
It makes more sense than like believing in like the idea of a person or a thing being like the boss. Yeah, so that doesn't even sound right.
Or another person, they said Joseph Smith, right? He's the guy who created.
That doesn't even. I'm just playing.
Well, the guy Joseph. Well, before I was talking about the Raels are all supposed to be prophets of the Elohims. The Elohims came and visit them, like, so that means they came down, visit Jesus, like, yo, what's up? We did basically what they did to Claude is they say that we did that to Jesus, Muhammad. We did that shit with Buddha. We did it with Joseph Smith, who was the guy who created Mormonism, and he tells a story about how people visited him, some beings from the sky, and he was taking down notes. Yeah. But it's all like they were all prophets of Elohim. But of course, when you put religion out there, eventually the general public is going to change it and fit it to the needs of what they want.
Right.
And he wound up
putting a face on it.
Like, for example, like the Elohims wound up telling Claude when he's up there on the trip, like, the reason why religion got thrown so out of whack, he's like, here's a perfect example, is like because of Christianity. He's like, once you start drawing pictures of a higher power being, it kind of like it
muddies the whole
it
shit.
Muddies everything up because like now you just see that person as a man and not as like a being of like for example, I'll give you a perfect example, like Muslim religion. It is like actually illegal for you to draw Muhammad, their prophet, because if you do, once you give that person a face, it takes away every idea. It just like it almost humanizes them, and that's not Muslims want. Like just like no, he's bigger than just a man. This is like a movement. This is like a life.
That's cool.
And so it made sense. So when I was reading that part, I was like, okay, I get why they don't want to. I mean, because that was like when I heard about Christianity and I'm thinking about Jesus, I'm like, oh yeah, like most people like white dude, but he could have been. He's more than just a guy. He's like, you know.
Yeah, because you're right. Like once you put like a face on it, that destroys like everything. Because once you do that, you can put a face on like the devil too, and then that's when you like. It almost sounds like you just want power over people. Because you're trying to create the fear, like, hey, if you do these things, you're gonna go to hell. And
not to mention, like, if it's true that Jesus is from the Middle East, but he looks like a white guy, there's gonna be a lot of questions about that shit. And
word on the street about Jesus, what's up? He was dabbling in psychedelics, man.
I've heard shit about that too. That dude was like mad hippie, and
they were drinking that. I've heard real wine, you know.
I've heard stories, and I'm not taking a hit on anybody that's a Republican or anything like that. But I've read shit. It was like if Jesus was alive right now, Republicans would fucking hate him because he's just too chill. He's like, yo, if he was here, he'd be like, yo, Bernie Sanders is the man. He's like ever loving guy. He's like, yo, everybody come into the fold. Ain't trying to control no people. But
I think Jesus was ahead of his time.
So he was like the man was something else.
He was like living in the 70s.
Back in
those days,
walking around in some flip flops, some slides, man.
Flip flops, walking so happy, but he's fucking on psychedelics the whole time.
But like back then, he showed up and then out in Jerusalem, not Jerusalem, but wherever the hell he was at, and you know, like these people say it's Jews that did it. I think it's the Roman Empire, but anyways, but the government starts realizing like, who the fuck is this dude out on the street getting all these people hope? Like, why they not listening to us anymore? Why they following this guy? Kill him. Like he's got a crew of 12 people with him. Okay, we're gonna get
Son of God. We'll see about that.
Sure, I'm God. We're gonna take care of him. Like they don't like. And if you've seen it nowadays too, if there's ever a movement that's for the people, the government will crush that shit like a bug. They will do everything to stop it. That's why I believe that story. Like that, it makes sense. History has a way of repeating itself. So anyways, right?
That's crazy how they crucify him on the cross, and then that religion, like they all have that logo, that cross
Why
logo.
Would you
I'm like, dude, didn't they just like lit him up on a damn cross?
I heard somebody say that before too. It's like that's like if you got shot with a bullet and then somebody etched your name on it after like to celebrate you, like oh yeah, like
yeah, or like
you always remember Billy.
It's like walking around with the concentration camp like around your chest.
Yeah, like why would you want that?
A nice chain, and it's like a concentration camp. Like that shit's big as fuck.
It's like damn, it's like carrying like a little chain with like my coffin on it. Like, oh, he's buried in a coffin too? Like, why?
He was buried in that coffin? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
everybody's rocking around with their cross. I don't know, man. I know people might light me up for this shit. Like, dude. But what you're saying, it makes a whole lot more sense.
Yeah. So
sounds so normal. Because they're not telling you, hey.
This is the first time I've heard this mentioned in like through a medium. Like I said, Mass Effect did something like this. I'm like, it's very thought provoking. It's like that. If they got the technology, like, how's it any different from like growing fucking plants or some shit? You gotta have like a certain environment for it to survive in and shit like that. Like, they got to mate and shit. Like, if this universe is really as big as I think it is, which is probably damn near infinite, it doesn't sound that damn far fetched.
I'll tell you how big it is, but go ahead.
Okay, so all right, so what was that? Okay, so they basically...
Wait, let me tell you how big it is. I thought you were going to say something. The universe is as big as the hard drive space. Whatever the hard drive space can hold, that's how big your universe is.
So how big is the hard drive space?
Hey, if it's like 1 terabyte, it's pretty big.
That's pretty. That's fucking sizable.
You'll never get to the end, that's for sure.
I think it's infinite, man. I think it's never.
Imagine
ending.
getting to the end, like, doop, you hit a wall. Fuck.
I've heard of shit like there's a source wall at the end of the universe, and on the other side is the next universe. I've heard shit like that.
Yeah,
you
you just
I dabble in shit like this multi-universe shit. I love
imagine SpaceX, right? Elon, he travels so far in the universe, right? He hits the edge, right? And then he breaks the wall, and it's like he's in a laboratory.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Elon, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, get back in there.
Hey, get out, get out.
You guys weren't actually supposed to get this far in the simulation.
Fuck, get out. You've seen too much.
I got to pee real quick, dude. This
damn.
water's hitting hard.
Damn, man, it's killing you today. Let's go.
I didn't eat that much. All right, guys,
buddy.
we are back.
What's up? What the fuck was that? Oh yeah, so all right, so Claw's up there chilling with Elohims, and he wound up telling them like, hey, like humans are nothing more than biological robots that we created. And when it comes to the Bible, because like I said, Claude returns with them with the Bible, right? And they're trying to break that shit down to him with Genesis. And in the Bible, it might as well explain that humans are the image of God, right? The Elohims are saying like, well, that's what we did. They kind of did a little different, but we did the same thing. You guys are basically like biological robots that we place on Earth, right? And they talk about within the Bible that we are a representation of what God is, because we are the ones that created you, and the representation of Satan in the Bible is actually the so you got like the Elohims who wanted to create life on Earth, right? Mm-hmm. But then you have another section of Elohims who did not want to create life on Earth at all. Oh. So they're supposed to be Satan within the Bible, but it's mixed up because these guys do not want humans to exist at all, and to the point where when they did the job, when the Elohims, I guess they wasn't really fucking with like the aliens. Oh, but they didn't want the humans to exist. They started the whole flood and all this other shit on Earth, Noah's Ark.
That was real.
And that's what he's saying. That's how it all happened. Where you had like believers of the human race that created us, and you have other Elohims who were like, "Fuck this shit. Why are you creating this life on this planet?"
So it's almost like they try to start over by doing the flood.
They were just trying to get rid of us. Like they were like, "Hey, like why are you creating these imperfect life for?"
Okay.
And
I think that's like where the big giants exist.
Did we talk about that before? The giant motherfuckers?
Giants did walk.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Us.
Yeah. We did talk about that.
So I bet they're like, man, these giants, they just throw everything off. They're making all these big ass doorways. They need to chill.
Chill out, my guy.
Because if you look at all the, all old school like archaeologists and ancient sites, every doorway is like humongous. For what? Why is there everything so big?
For real.
We're little people.
Yeah, like why would I build a door that was like, yeah, for real? That makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, then you want to say giants are not real? Then why are little people making big ass doorways?
That makes no sense.
Explain to me.
That's just extra work, man.
So I guess the Elohim is like, they're like, yeah, those are like the rejects of the other creations or whatever.
Yeah, basically.
Like let it rain.
Drown them all. Drown all of them.
Moses, get on that boat.
So I guess like
get on that boat with all that DNA.
So basically, like when, so what Elohims want telling Claude is like, hey, like we got these the reason why we basically we had to save what was left of humanity. We sent down an ark to pick up whatever remaining humans we could, and then got them off Earth. While the Elohims who didn't want y'all to exist basically just wiped out everything, and we had to start from scratch or whatever, right? But then he wants to explain that the first humans they ever created though was actually there's a scientist named Yahweh who's an Elohim, who's one of the ones who wanted to help create humanity. He's the architect of human life on Earth, like
that's so cool.
Combining of the DNA and all this shit, right?
Well, he's one of their people. He got sent down here.
Yahweh, yeah, he's like one of their people, and he's the one that's the main one that's responsible for creating humanity on Earth, as they say. And the first two humans he ever created was Adam and Eve. Those first two ones. That was the.
So this is like a real thing,
like patient zero, if you will.
So what did happen?
Like they did. They out here. It says also too. They had built like several different races of people too. Different like
I always wondered about that.
They were saying like it says Raelians believe that there were originally 7 human races at first. Modeling basically modeling 7 Elohim races, because I guess they all come in different colors, and so when it came to designing humans, there were 7 different races altogether as humans. but it was coming in like colors of like purple, blue, green, but they all wound up dying out because I guess either they couldn't survive. It's kind of like, either, you survive or you die to get through the shit. And I guess some of them just wound up dying. Maybe there was flawed experiments or something. I don't know, but
there is a story where they talk about these people that came to like a village and their skin was all green.
Didn't we talk about one time too, like the two
kids?
We
did. The kids, the green kids.
I didn't think
so
of that
I'm thinking
shit.
they're like the leftover from whatever experiment they were doing. Like, hey, we got to get rid of these green people. They kind of like Blanca, and these blue people. It's just too much. Let's just have a really dark brown one.
Like you already got to deal with black folks. This is too much for us. Let's just clear this shit up. But yeah. So they want to create like Adam and Eve and shit like that, and that's when like kind of like jumpstart the human race and whatnot. They had the Great Flood after that with Noah's Ark, all this other wild shit. And so as time goes on, he winds up coming back. He winds up starting this whole religion.
So dinosaurs didn't exist in the religion?
None of that shit. Anything before 2,000 years ago, that may have been something that existed on Earth by itself. But as far as humans,
see, this is where my shit makes sense. Where I said that, okay, they wanted to have humans on Earth, right? But they cannot live there with dinosaurs because dinosaurs are going to wreck them.
Yeah.
So they killed all the dinosaurs, and then they did the little experiment with the modifying human DNA, like the regular caveman people.
Yeah.
And then modding their DNA, and then start to build a civilization like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like
that's the only way to work if all the dinosaurs were dead.
And if you think about like this too, is like when you want to build a subdivision, you gotta knock down a shitload of trees, run the animals out the area, then start building. You can't do it like I'm gonna have a house right here with fucking bears all around this area. So yeah,
but the bear is like that's 10
times
times
big.
Yeah, you can't. Humans would never evolve if we always had to fight T-Rexes and
the bear of the size of a bus.
Damn, what's another dinosaur? Hippopotamus.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, getting picked up. Like you would never be able to build a hut in one day and survive.
Fucking T-Rex just actually step on it like, oh shit.
So I guess they're like, we have to get rid of those guys first. Then we can create this perfect.
Let's clear this land out a little bit.
Perfect farm for these people.
So we'll give them a jump start. After that, they gotta cut down their own trees and shit. Yeah. So then after that, he goes on. He's like, oh shit. Like after you experience. Oh, also too, he talks about when he experiences like the one thing. I'm glad I remember this too. The Elohim race is very, 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 very fucking big into like freedom of sexuality. They cool that shit like to the point where the Elohims, all the female Elohims, they have been genetically designed to the point where they can have kids, but they can express themselves like sexually free all the time. So they can basically it's a fuck fest on that planet. But they're not having a bunch of babies because it'd be like you gotta think about like
because they're modded to never have babies. They just have the parts they experience. Like
yeah, because from my understanding, is like the Elohims are like when I say things is like quasi immortal, which means it's like it's not really immortal, but they live way longer than a fucking human by like probably about centuries, maybe thousands of years longer than a human could. Maybe even longer than what I'm even saying right now. But they live to a point where it's like they could consider to be fucking immortal in standards of like human. But if they're gonna like have freedom of like sexual expression and all that on this planet, then they probably got smiles like we don't want to deal with overpopulation and shit like that. But we live for a long time anyways. We keep having kids. We're not gonna be able to sustain ourselves. So nobody can have kids.
Cool ass planet.
That though, and so like, and they're saying like this. I read this earlier today, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
There's too much details for it to be made up.
They said like the female race on this planet is only 10% feminine, as much as the Elohims. Like the Elohim males are more feminine than the females on this planet, yeah, including the females of the female Elohims either. Like so, like a female on Earth is more manlike than a fucking Elohim. Like I'm saying like this.
So they're like super.
They're super like feminine, like freedom, like love everything, sex, like love sex and all this other stuff. And they're like, yeah, like your female race is only like how feminine they are. They're only like 10% of what we are, and it kind of makes sense now I'm thinking about it, because they're saying like, okay, if mothers are supposed to be the humans of like of mankind and all that on this planet,
cloning machine,
and then we're getting tattooed. They got all this other shit. If it makes sense, like if the story is like, okay, females are actually the true like mothers of this planet because they're the only ones who can create life, then I'm thinking like, okay, if you're gonna create life, I'm pretty sure you have to have like maybe like have feminine qualities. Not saying like as far as like giving birth out of your body, but like maybe as a feeling or a person. Because how when women give birth to babies, their children, a lot of them are like on average they're like they're more attached to their child than the husband would be or whatever. Because I mean, husband, I'm not saying the husband don't love their kid, but the woman has that close bonding with them more. Maybe because maybe like because you've been carrying that baby in you for so long, for so long, you have that feminine like maybe like a feminine motherly connection to that child because you carried it for so long. And I feel like that's how they are towards us in a way, because they only want to see us become better than what we are. So they kind of like that motherly nature. So they must be like
really disappointed at where humans, where we're at now with all the destruction, all the chaos, all the kidnaps, all the
the one that started off that really disappointed them, and they feel like, okay, we might need to start interfering a little bit. When they dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that's when it was like, we might have to put a plug on this project because
that's when like they're like, oh shit, they can do that.
He's like, oh, you guys supposed to be making stuff up. Okay.
Don't let Bob throw you off.
Sorry, I couldn't see for a second. So I guess that was like the moment was like, yeah, you guys supposed to be evolving to, advance yourselves to be a part of this intergalactic community. Now you guys are fucking wiping out cities and shit with a bomb, and that's when it's kind of like,
because that's when all the crazy UFO activity started happening. It's when they dropped that.
The 50s, right to that shit. Yep.
It's right when they dropped that first atomic bomb. The aliens like, hold up. Hold on. Did they just drop that damn bomb on Japan? That's when remember last week I told you how the military people are saying, dude, all our nukes are like deactivated. Mm-hmm. It's like they can't launch no nukes. All this shit doesn't even work. Mm-hmm. And the people, the guards or whatever, the guys that's doing the controls, they're like, hey, our shit don't work, right? Ever since they dropped that first bomb, none of their nukes work. Mm. And they're saying aliens are the one that deactivated all that shit. For a reason.
Hey, it's like, look, man, we're trying to get y'all into the cool kids club, like you said. Like, we're trying to get y'all in, but
now the aliens like, hey, you guys dropped that shit. What else are they capable of? I bet they're arguing right now, like having their little galactic meeting up there.
Yeah, because ever since because it says ever since 1945 with the Hiroshima bomb and all that, the Elohim's referred to as like the age of apocalypse or the revelation, kind of like in the Bible. Like revelation in the Bible is kind of like the end of days type shit, end of the world. And they say 1945 when humans dropped the bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that started the age of apocalypse. It's like humans have never killed each other that fast on that big of a scale in that amount of time. Now, granted, humanity's been shitty way before that with like the Crusades and fucking annihilating people, or when Americans came to America and nearly wiped out Native Americans. But it's never been done with this technology before. That's when it was like, oh fuck, like they ain't using fucking sticks and rocks anymore. They're using the power of the sun, as some scientists say. It's like with nuclear energy, like that's like shit you get from the sun. So
who the hell made Einstein?
Shit, he probably one of them. He might have been Yahweh, man. He looks like a Yahweh with that hair.
He might have been one of the immortals that's walking.
He's like, man, I can't be in this earth no more. Peace out. Straight back home.
Douche. Like, hey, you in trouble now.
Yeah, so they want to calling it
Wait, let's see what Bob says.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Bob says, yet the other countries are putting out their nuclear weapons on display or bragging about what they got.
All the time, man.
Yeah, it's
like
they're saying, hey, we have nukes too, and they work. Yeah. I bet you anything they don't work. If those are real nukes, I bet you anything doesn't work.
But think about like this though.
I put money on that.
That's like somebody ran up to your house and shit. That's like if somebody ran up to your house and put a gun in your head. Are you really gonna test it to see if there's no bullets in it? I'm not. I'm like, just take the shit, leave. That may be me outside. They got this empty shit, but are you really gonna test it? I wouldn't. Just me, man.
I would.
Do it. Shoot me.
I believe the aliens, they got control of it. I don't think they'll let another... If it's a real nuke. Well, we still have, like, huge bombs, right?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Like mini...
shit is like...
Mini atom bombs. Just like the shit like in... that blew up... what's that country?
Oh, the one that Trump... like
the Beirut.
Oh, shit. Yeah, whatever the fuck that was. Whatever that was, I don't know what
it's a little bomb, man.
Goddamn quantum engine blew up. I don't know what happened that day. It
was a missile, Chris.
That shit was wild.
It was a missile.
I Or maybe they had like a CERN machine in there and that fucking black hole is that fucked up.
Something just broke off of this.
I heard it too because I saw you pull your weight up on it. You pulled your weight on it like. Okay. So anyways, what I'm saying that anyways, 1945 supposed to be like the age of apocalypse, you know, and the world's, you know, humanity's being fucking real bad boys, and ever since then, that's when as time goes on, you know, this dude winds up stepping up, wants to start a religion, and he winds up getting some followers and all that. It's not like super big in America, but like places I think like if I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, one of his biggest places right now in this religion is actually Japan. Japan seems to be with the shits with Raelism, but so anyways,
so Japan is big on it.
Yeah, Japan, I think Canada, and I can't remember the other countries, but Japan is like the number one spot for it because there's a picture I came across. Like they would like hold up signs in Japan, like, "Hey, yo, Raelism, gang, gang." They be out in the streets holding signs. They be dressed up like aliens, be dancing and shit in the street, trying to promote it.
Yeah, they're if you look into their UFO stories, it's crazy, dude.
No,
it's super deep.
They might be the ones like if it's time to leave the planet, they might just
know a lot.
They might just take Japan.
Yeah, that's why Japan was so advanced, like in technology and stuff.
Hey, getting them.
They gave them a lot of secrets, dude, because they're loyal, man. They know how to like not disrespect anything.
Yeah.
They're really proper. They know how to take care of their shit.
Even their elders and shit, you know. America's just like, fuck the old people. We don't throw them in the old folks' home.
Yeah, it's too aggressive.
And shoot this
Too
nasty.
aggressive. That's why they gave all the tech to like the Asian people.
And eventually,
Asian people's like, what? And then America's like, you better give us that shit, Japan.
we got them nukes
We
for
drop
you.
another one. It's like, yeah, right. You can't.
And Japan's like,
like, go ahead. Yeah, we know you can't do it. We know.
It's empty. Your shit is empty.
Go make another one.
Japan's like, okay, you know what? We're gonna give you this technology that's 20 years behind us. So you guys have fun. It seems like we just get old shit from them. To me, I feel like
we're not ready for like real shit.
Nah, man, we can't. Fuck no, dude.
Still fighting each other.
We can't even get gun control right in this country. You mean tell me we can deal with alien tech? Fuck no. Damn, America's gonna be that. Damn, we're gonna be the last ones to go, man. If everybody's gonna leave with them, we're gonna be the last ones to I watch. Elohim's gonna be like, ooh, you have to stay on this planet a little bit longer. Japan, pack your bags, let's go.
That's crazy.
Gonna be a lot of empty space in Japan. It's gonna be a fucking desert. Everybody's gonna dip. So after a while, I'll say. So one of the real big things that the Raelians are into is about eternal life and immortality and all that, right? Just gets into the cloning shit. And that's how
that's the goal, right? To live forever.
And that's what it is. Like their technology, what they use is cloning too. So even though they live a long ass fucking time, they use cloning to keep themselves going on forever and ever.
CRISPR, dude.
So they take. Oh, you're gonna love this shit. This is the part I was like,
this is real.
This is the part I was like, oh, when I was watching a video about it last night, I was like, oh, Billy's gonna love this shit. He's gonna fucking love it. So what they do is that they upload their consciousness,
damn,
onto some kind of like almost like something like supercomputer type thing. They do it like
the Neuralink.
All
the puzzles are coming together. They gave like the knowledge to the right people to do all the right things. Now we're gonna get it.
No, I hope so. We might if we act like good kids.
There's some celebrities saying like, "Hey, just try to survive for the next 10 years." They're saying shit like that. They're like, "Just try to clean up your body. Just try to live for the next 10 years because we're gonna be able to experience this shit."
Hold on.
Scary, huh? But it's cool.
Hey, we need something right. We need something bright in this world. We need something good.
But continue. My bad.
Oh yeah, so basically what they do is like they always upload their consciousness into a saved file, which is funny because remember we talked about before. I can't remember. It wasn't on this podcast. It was the old one we had, right? Mm-hmm. They talk about like how the media will use certain things to get people ready for something to come, like how when CERN first started, they started coming out with
predictive programming.
Yeah, predictive programming. There you go.
They're getting us ready. Like
yes. And I'm about to go to some
nerd
shit.
Shit just went through my head right now.
Yeah, predictive programming, right? I'm gonna give you some nerd shit. Right now in Marvel Comics, doing the X-Men story arc, they're making to where every single mutant, like this, like Wolverine, Cyclops, and all that, they're all immortal, right? The thing is though, their consciousness are uploaded, and they can like this island they live on can basically like recreate their bodies again. So if they die, boom, we just inject them with all their consciousness that has been uploaded. And it's a painful process and all that. And they can either remove memories. Say like, if you got killed in a horrible way and you don't want that memory, they'll take that memory out and then you still remember everything before, but how you died, and then we'll put in your new body. You're good as new. Now, this shit seems like, I don't know.
Sounds like you have to have a lot of money though.
Yeah, this is like, well, in the real world, you gonna have money. And X-Men.
Yeah, because there's no way in real life everybody's gonna have like this available for them. Like,
I know in X-Men comics is only available to mutants. So if you're human, you can't use it. That's like mutant specific only, based off their DNA too, right? And so if humans would have something like this, man, you better have. I guess, man.
Danilo says, "Sign me up."
Yo.
Yeah, sign me up too.
Yo, I might do it. I'm like, yo, can I get a Groupon for this clone shit? Like, how does this work? But that's how they. That's
so cool, man.
Which is why they don't worry about procreating on their planet and all that, because you having more kids. If we have a system already that makes us immortal, why we need to keep having more of us? It's just fuck. We don't have too many mouths to feed type shit.
That's so cool, man.
So it's like,
imagine that. Just
okay, we got cloning tech. We get your
a new body every 100 years.
Like boom, the body drops. Boom, you like get back to your regular body. You get back to your brand new body, and you got all your memories from before, and you just keep it moving.
Yep. Bob says, in altered carbon, the poor ones either die or get dirty bodies.
Oh yeah, altered carbon's the shit. It's the shit, man. The first season, yes.
First season
gold,
was legit.
That shit is fucking awesome.
They should have just ended right there.
I'd have been fine with that.
Yep.
I would have been fine. I watched the first episode of the second season. I was like, I'll get back to it.
I watched it, but I
started watching
I didn't really enjoy it. It's like,
like
it's like another mind was writing the story too. I was like,
different writer. Oh man, I think that shit can only work for one season because it's like, what can you do after that? Like, what's anything new you can do with the concept of that story? So that probably would have hurt it too. Because first season was classic, man. Fucking loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was super good. I think they nailed it. Like as far as like what's actually going on. Mm-hmm. If that's real, our altered carbon would be like
the predictive programming shit.
It would be like the show that shows us a view of like our future,
the possibility. Like that's like back in goddamn, that's like back in the day with Star Trek. They had them little flip phones and shit. And then what's that? 30, 40 years later, we got like them brick Nokia phones and shit, Blackberries. Like,
yeah, we came a long way.
But that was like predictive programming. It's like they kind of set you up for that shit. So when it's almost kind of like conditioning of the mind.
Yeah, and then even with like you know how they have like they're trying to get people comfortable with the idea of having no gender.
Yeah,
because like let's say like on that planet like that shit doesn't even matter anyway.
What's the point?
Right? Because they could just put you in anybody or whatever. So they're trying to get the people to the idea of saying, well, it doesn't matter if you got like a dick or a vagina or whatever. You can be like whatever the fuck you want. I think they're trying to put that into the kids' head to make them think like that's a normal thing.
Oh, yeah.
So when they roll out that shit, it'll be like a normal thing for that generation. But for us, it's still something that's super foreign. But it makes sense, like if they're trying to push that shit out there, like they're trying to push that agenda for having the new generation to not give a fuck.
And yeah, so
it's scary. That's the scary thing.
So then with the Elohims, right? So basically, like they're trying to get humans up on that level of technology where we start having like cloning technology and shit like that. So like we can forever be immortal and all that, and then we can finally, I guess, like seems like to me that might be like the last phase of like us going into like the intergalactic community. And so also while like Claude is up there too with the Elohims, they wind up telling them that hey, they tell them like, hey, like like having sex on Earth is a gift that we gave you guys because it's very pleasure and it's a very deep way of people connecting. But also too, it can be abused too a lot of times by taking advantage of people, rape, or you become a sex addict, whatever. But it's kind of like it's supposed to be used in a ways like, hey, this is like for what Claude winds up telling after he becomes like a Rael, he winds up saying like, hey, like it's like our ability to have sex and enjoy it is a gift from the Elohims to be able to like connect with each other on a different level. But a lot of people just misuse it or misrepresent it or get addicted to it, stuff like that. And to me, I was like, okay, when I'm reading this, I'm like, I see what he's saying, but it sounds like, Claude, you're trying to want to have a sex cult too, because when you look at like how this religion is run, it's like sexual free. Like they're very pro-gay rights, so they're pretty progressive on that, and they're super into feminism. They're like pro-feminism, so they're all for women's rights and all that. And they get like a lot of women from Japan that joins up with this shit too. And there be some baddies in that shit. I've seen them. I'm like, bro, okay, I see what you're doing, Claude. You trying to get it going, my guy. but like, cause like when I was looking at some of the websites and stuff,
so like we can't die anyway.
it was like a unless we get the cloning thing going. Hey, so he wants
surviving the 10 years, man. We're gonna see it in our days.
When I was looking up some of the stuff for them, it's like a picture of like some. I think she might have been Japanese, but some cute Japanese chicken like in a bra and panties, whatever. But she's like laying in bed sideways. But it's got like the emblem of like the religion on the wall. It's like, hey, join Raelism. I'm like, yo, they trying to. I'm like, we could have sex for real. Like, yeah, sure, all right, whatever. And so they I think it might be a sex cult low key, but they got a lot of.
I think that's like one thing. Like every cult, they nailed down that one thing.
That sex is like the one thing every time.
That's crazy.
Like, man, you trying to create crime? I don't give a
so
fuck
what
about
about like with the pedos and stuff? What is that a normal thing too? Like on their planet,
Nah,
like they're just railing childs.
Well, they ain't
Dude,
got
Raelism.
Raelism. Oh,
Dude, they're just railing people.
hey,
It's in the name.
They railing each other, but they don't have kids on their planet, so I'm sure like
So they're just grown adults when they're born.
they all just like. Well, I'm trying to remember how they were created.
Because they're all over like 1,000 years old.
Well, because like they didn't create themselves. They have gods too that created them.
Damn, they have this.
That could be for another episode too. That's a whole nother shit too. I was like, you know, I'm going to rabbit hole. Let me stick to what's saying. But apparently they have creators
We have
themselves.
to stick to our story.
Yeah. So apparently they have their gods and whatnot, and then so he wants something like, okay, freedom of sexuality, whatever. All right, so fast forward to 2003, right? It's a pretty good movement going on with Raelism and all that, and they want to like supposedly in France, like they wound up giving birth to the first cloned human. And I remember hearing about this shit a long ass time ago, and there was a girl named Eve, a baby named Eve. To this day, I think it's like 2002 I think it's 2002, maybe 2003. Mm-hmm. And they wound up creating their first human clone baby, and they call her Eve. It's supposed to be a girl. They have never revealed this little baby at all. This kid would be fucking 18 now. They would have never revealed her not one time, ever. And that's why everybody's like, bullshit. And they're kind of like,
I think it's real.
Really, it's like, look, like we revealed this kid to y'all. Your government's gonna snatch her up, which I do buy that. I do buy into that shit.
This is why, like, remember Bush? He was saying like they're not allowed to do any cloning techniques in the U.S. They made all that shit illegal. Like they're not allowed to do any cloning.
Yeah.
But then there's like places like in the Middle East where that shit is not illegal, and they sent that doctor out there to do all that cloning shit.
Yeah, they got some spots that's like
There's a lot of spots where they can
like,
do it freely.
I guess it's like neutral territory. I think it would be like it's like this shit ain't owned by nobody. This is
There's like this one doctor where he took like the egg from a child that died, and he said that he cloned her.
The little kid?
Yeah, the little kid that died in like a car accident or something. He took her eggs and then fucking cloned her. And then if you look at the child, like, damn, that's kind of fucked up.
Man.
That's fucked up.
So what happened to the kid then? Did the government snatch her up or something?
I don't know. She's probably running around like Miley Cyrus. I don't know. They're all celebrities or something. Who knows, dude? Maybe they're just doing the cloning just to collect kids, just to be like to have like fresh organs for people with a lot of money. Like let's say, hey, I need a kidney ASAP. Boom, let's go down to the fucking cloning place. They already have a couple kids with the same on
standby, man.
They have their kidneys on standby. If you have that much money, you can live like forever, pretty much.
But damn, you lost your eyesight? Would you like some kid blue eyes? Because I've heard like your eyes stay the same size forever, so kids' eyes would work. Like from a kid to an adult, your eyes never grow.
Yeah, it's the same.
So it's like, boom, you want some kid eyes, baby blue eyes? Boom. Here you go.
It's pretty cool, man.
Here you go.
It's a really good story. Sounds real.
Hey, but and
real.
And since rail life.
You gotta sign up for this religion.
You should make sure it's something like rail life. Like it's spelled like
nobody would understand it though.
But if somebody did, you'd be like, we. They know no they were like, yo, connection, like boom, like yo, we right here.
Take me to your mother shit.
This shit is real. Shit just got real.
That's cool, man.
But so they like, and so they're saying like, we're not gonna show the kid because we know how the world government is. You know, like y'all did this shit with humans, experiment on them already.
You think that's like the thing like with Ancestry.com or 21andMe or what was that shit called? Those DNA company where you could send your DNA. You think they're trying to find like a certain type of DNA? Like they're trying to find like the perfect
Specific.
DNA, like something specific where they're looking for. That's why they're doing this shit now.
It could be.
Getting people to voluntarily give up their DNA so they can test it.
I mean, yeah, because you can't like it would be illegal to take people's DNA without their consent. So.
Right. So they're
But
like, hey,
if you
let's
sign
let's make it like fun.
Let's see where you really from. So, yeah, they're gonna farm that all that DNA. They farming that shit.
I'm gonna send mine. Like we found it.
Man, my blood's already been taken. Man, they already got my shit. If you're ever getting blood, they got your shit.
If you're not kidnapped, then they don't really want your blood.
Yeah. They got all my shit, man.
You got anything else?
I got locked up too. Fucking, they got my DNA. They
Yeah.
got all my shit. They already got me in the system. I don't need that. But what else? I don't know if that was any more to it. But yeah, supposedly there's like the kid. Okay, tried to clone baby, and
That's pretty cool, man.
there's a lot of shit to this, man. This should be. It's a good read.
I'm gonna look more into it because it's actually really interesting. Because it fits into like all the shit that I'm looking into right now too.
And that's why I was like, I knew you was gonna be into this because that was like
It all makes sense.
when I was reading it yesterday, I was like, what the fuck? Have we done an episode about this? Because like you told me before, we talked about before about aliens putting humans on this planet, and I was like,
Yeah, we always talked about that.
I was like,
how they modified us, and
that's what threw me off yesterday.
then you finally had the story
I finally got the whole legit story of it. That made sense.
that you guys missed out. If you guys joined us late, you missed out on the.
It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting story. Makes you think, man.
But next week, guys, we're gonna be dressing up for Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah, don't miss this, guys, because I actually don't even know his costume.
Yes, and I don't know his.
Yeah, so it's gonna be
It's gonna be a
fun.
surprise.
It's gonna be a fun show, and we're just gonna be talking about a whole bunch of ghost stories.
We're gonna try not to laugh at each other. We're probably gonna be laughing for like 5 minutes of that shit. So bear like just a fair warning.
Yeah. So don't be late, and then bring your ghost stories.
Yes, y'all got
All
any
of
ghost
you
stories? Drop it in the chat. We'll read it out.
Make up some shit, or
Hell yeah.
it's gonna be fun.
Tell us how a ghost story, like how I don't know.
And who knows? We
got
might
robbed or
drink
something.
on this episode because I mean it is a celebration.
It is too.
So who knows?
Who knows? I mean, maybe borrow JMO, celebrate. Damn, I can't wait to show you my shit though. My shit's gonna be good. I really want to see yours, man. I can't wait to see your shit. You.
Wait, you're gonna be blown away.
I got mine
Like
on-
if it looks right, because I wore half fit. Like,
Just right.
yeah.
Oh shit, man.
All right, guys.
Hell yeah.
Catch you guys next week. Peace out.
See you guys.
Adios.